Okay, here are the ramparts, just leading into the harbour area, walking past the prison. It stays light at about 11:30 at night, even here. Can't believe how hot it is though. Good choice of a holiday destination. Didn't think it was going to be like this. So hot. Had a few French people clocking at me as they do to English people, but that's what they always do. Anything that's a hair out of place is commented on. This trip is amazingly cheap. Would have been about 3 times as much because I booked on the internet booking.com. It's one of the richest parts of France. There we go. There's the prison gates. Carrying on walking here. Back to the hotel. I'm going to stay out a bit longer, but I'm still too knackered. I'm not getting any sleep because there's no air conditioning. If you have the windows open, you can hear the noise, and that keeps you awake, so that's no good either. So, just got to make the best of it. It's actually residential apartments and also like self-contained bed sits in a hotel that looks incredibly like an old building, but it's not. It's only about 10 years old. Now the old building, it looks old, but it's not. It's amazing. Totally safe. It says it's gated, there's a fob key, and then there's 3 keys to get into the actual building, which is why I was so stressed trying to get in the first place. So nobody could speak English. I was just shouting, and then I had to go back to the estate agent. And then, oh no, they were closed, so the person next door couldn't speak any English. I'd just come on the bus and was totally stressed out. Then I thought it must be the other entrance, so I walked on the other entrance and the gate opened. I mean, apart from that, that's the worst thing that's happened, but stupid booking.com, it should have said you must speak perfect French in the booking, but it didn't, even though it had an English flag on it. So what were they doing? Putting an English flag in it where they should have said you'd have to speak French. Luckily I can speak some French, but not as soon as you get off the bus. Here we go, through the ramparts. Oh, and you have to pay a £300 security deposit. So the flat has to be looking perfect when I leave. So that's the only other thing, but with booking.com, it's called a gîte, so that's what you have to do when you have a gîte in France. There's the sea again, and the ramparts, there we go. So they better get that back to me, because that place will be looking as I found it. Otherwise I've lost 300 quid. Oh, and by the way, if you do buy it on booking.com through Nexity, which is the agency, everything is in French, and they send you French bank details. So God help you if you can't speak French or have Google Translate, which I did, and they receive the money. Because once you book the holiday, there's a cancellation fee of the entire price. So silly me, I was thinking, oh no, just pay it, it'll be in English, no problem. But it's not. It's not in English, no way is it in English. So Schoolboy French had to come into emergency situation there. But you don't get something for nothing, that's why it was so cheap. But it's the first time I've done that, so it will be the last. So it's going to have to be all in English. But that's that over with, because that was massively stressed out the first week after I booked it. Doesn't help that the election happened, because I had to do a postal work for that at the same week of the holiday, and after all this nonsense with the banks and everything being in French. Oh no. Oh, and by the way, you have to keep on calling booking.com, because next to the agency they do not answer the phone, and when they do, it's in French. So booking.com has to employ a French speaking customer service agent to call them, and they email you back in English, which is terrible, as they should say that on the booking form. But I don't regret this place, it's so beautiful. 10 times better than Grantham in Lincolnshire, where I'm living now. It's a place for retirement, not for living in. Everything has to be done the French way, otherwise forget it. If I won the lottery, I wouldn't live here. It's just a bit boring. Ramparts coming up. Oh, there's music playing. Yes, the stupid man that couldn't speak English. Why did she give the keys to the man when she knew I couldn't speak French? Or very, very tiny bit of French. Amazing, 10 to 9 at night, and it's still light. Just go up this little hill to the ramparts. It's like a defensive wall. I'll show you the sea behind me. There's the sea, look how beautiful that is. I found really cheap supermarkets around here. There's something called Leclerc, Lidl, and something else. Lidl's most expensive. Leclerc's the cheapest. There's something called Castorama, that's the second cheapest. It's like Asda. Amazed I haven't spent half of them as much as I was going to spend. Mainly because I'm so tired after getting no night's sleep. And you have to go into La Rochelle on the bus. There we go, yeah, you really need about 3 weeks to spend all that money. There's just sort of souvenir shops, news agents and supermarkets. Then there's incredibly expensive restaurants and chocolate shops, £20 for a few chocolates. No, no, no. Haven't seen anything in souvenirs that I want to buy. I usually get natural things off the beach that I can see. Back again. Ramparts. Coming back against the ramparts here. Oh, there's a lighthouse here. There we go. Hang on. Lighthouse. There we go. Nice little lighthouse. Just walking back to the hotel. Oh, bit windy now. So that's the lighthouse. See? Back the way I came. As I said, I wouldn't be doing this in England this time of night, way too dangerous. And also, when you're in a new place, you have to check it out to make sure it's so safe. Anything can happen, but this is the most upmarket of places in France. Reassuringly expensive. Could never buy a house here unless you're a millionaire. If I had that money, I'd be in America or New Zealand, not France. There we go. There's a panorama. Oh. I hope my audio comes out okay. This smartphone's bought by Asda, £150. Good quality. I'm not going to buy it an expensive Apple one just to be trendy like everybody else. How pathetic's that? Reading stupid magazines about what's fashionable and what's not in men's hairstyles, absolutely pathetic and stupid. People like that make me sick. I'm wearing the latest thing, I've got the latest hairstyle, fuck you. No way. If you're one of those people, don't be friends with me. Oh, here we are. Nice. It looks better in real life than on the camera. It just makes things a bit flatter. Oh, there's an Abbey church roof that I went on to earlier today. God, it was so hot, about 30 degrees. Again, that's one of those vlogs. I've been out this morning and I don't wear shorts in public. I only wear them if it's hardly anybody about or on the beach. Just a bit self-conscious that way, so I'm wearing nice English jeans. Oh, there's the harbour again. Actually, there's loads of English people here. The first thing that I heard off the bus was English and Irish accents. So we're walking past coming into the restaurant area. They're all looking at me, turning around, saying who the fuck's that, walking with the camera. Here we go. See, that's that. Coming into the restaurant area. I'll just walk past them. There we go. Into the main part of town now. Walking past expensive yachts. All there is here to do really is just walking and restaurants and expensive shops. I haven't been really outside Martin Joy at all, mainly because I'm tired. The worst thing about going on holiday is the preparation beforehand knackers you up, finishing work, all the hoo-ha, and then you need about 3 days to get over it. There are restaurants, here we go. French people clocking away at me. There we go, that's past that one. Everybody here is expensively dressed, exquisitely. All the men are really thin, and all the women are really thin. You can tell the British people and the Irish people straight off, because they're not wearing the best clothes or wearing them as well as the French. Here we go. I'll just do a turn around there. There we go. That's a turn around. Overcrowded this island. Gets even worse in August. This is June. This is June now. Imagine it in August. There's a bridge coming on and cars are allowed on, and it's like the centre of London, the cars. So if you walk into the other side of the island, which I recommend, there's no footpath next to the road, so be prepared to be run over. You can hire a bike, but I prefer walking, and very expensive. There we go, there's a panoramic view. Look how nice that is. There we go. Walking past. Oh, there's the sun there. Time for me to have another selfie. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Walking past the expensive boutiques and hotels, back to my hotel. 1 second. Catch up with you later. Phone's just rang.